Yo, yo. What's up, guys? How you guys doing? so, uh, today I'm going to be playing F1 2013 after, like, I don't know, like, maybe it's been a year. Yeah, like, it could be around 1 year since I last played this game on the channel. The last race was, I think, the Bahrain Grand Prix, which was actually the best so far. I think I finished P14 or P15 or something like that. But yeah, I'm really hoping that we can have a great race at the Spanish Grand Prix. Sorry, I was just drinking. So I think I'm just simply going to switch over to the game and then we can just simply begin. See here. Then no. And I'm hoping it will work. Because for some reason with this game, OBS was kind of messy. Not sure what was going on. We will see in a second. Okay, so I'm in the middle of the screen for whatever reason. Let me fix that. You have to fix that, unfortunately. Yeah, so for whatever reason, the OBS doesn't like this game, like, at all. Can I even do this in a proper way? Or... Ay. Might have to get rid of my image from the corner completely. Because the game just... I don't know why it does that. This is crazy. It's still not... Ay. Let me restart the game in a second. I apologize for the technical issues, but for some reason, whatever is causing this game just simply has issues with OBS. At least for now. Like, I don't know why it messes up my image or my PNG in the corner. We're going to see if this fixed the issue in a second. If not, then I have to do some troubleshooting again. So funny that I did stream old games like Star Wars Republic Commando. I'm streaming Need for Speed Most Wanted, games that came out 20 years ago, and I had no issue with them. But for some reason, yeah, I have to do some... Ay. I have to move it even further to the left. Like, I don't know why it's making it... If this doesn't work, then I have to... Is it going to be too small? It might be. Like, it jumps back. What? Okay, let's try again. If it doesn't work, then I'm just simply going to get rid of the image from the corner. I can't really do much about it. Yeah, it jumps back like a... Oh my fucking god. Ay, 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 ay. What a fucking shitty game. Yeah, like if I move the image, it moves the game as well. Like, okay, one last try. See if this fixes the problem. But I kind of doubt that it actually did. Yeah, okay, I'm simply going to get rid of my my image. Not going to work, unfortunately. Okay. And then I'm just going to let's see if it works now. Okay, it seems to function. Yeah, okay, it's good. So we can begin. Career. Let's just have a look at the standings. Or not. I skipped, unfortunately. Okay. Do we have some R&D tests? No, we do not have any. We can just go straight to qualifying, and we have some rain for the race, it does look like. So I'm gonna skip to qualifying. Rosberg won the practice session. I think I'm going to run a bit of a low down. Yeah, let's try this one. I think I'm actually just going to wait a bit before going out. Someone is already going out. I think that's going to be one of the Marussia cars. Or maybe my teammate. No, my teammate is still in the garage. I got two cars on the track so far. Bottas and Bianchi. It looks like. So currently I'm ahead of Bottas in the driver standings, which is really good because if I end up being ahead of him at the middle of the season or by the end of the season, Williams might offer me a contract. That would be really, really good because Williams was actually a decent team back in 2014. So that would be really nice. We're getting more and more cars on the track. We got Di Resta, Sutil, both Williams cars, both Toro Rosso cars, and the two Marussia cars. All heading out. Bianchi and Bottas are actually beginning their fast laps. Okay, so it does sound like my teammate is also going out. Oops. Yeah. So far I was ahead of him, outraced him at every race weekend. I outqualified him and I posted more quicker laps at these race events. I hope that the game isn't too loud. More and more cars heading out. So it appears that so far Bottas is actually the quickest car on the track. He's about to finish his first flying lap. Hello, Katarina Dinamarca 524. How are you doing? How are you doing, Katarina? Bottas is the quickest car so far, but Sutil already has a better first and second sector. Which, to be honest, isn't that surprising. The Force India is faster. And also I think Bottas is on the... I'm pretty sure he's on the software compound. Yeah, Sutil beats him by almost 4 tenths of a second. Yeah, most of the cars are actually going out on the track. Webber, Alonso, me are still in the pit box. I'm in the garage. Verne posting a fastest second sector. That second sector from Ricciardo was really bad. And from Maldonado as well. 137 and 144. That's... they were most likely held up. Almost everyone is on the track, right? Aye. Yeah, 18 cars on the track. Pretty busy. Not going to go out just yet. Probably going to wait for the last 10 to 5 minutes. To do maybe like 2 quick laps. Okay, so Hamilton jumps to the front. Ahead of Massa. And then we have Verne, Sutil, Di Resta, Rosberg takes the First spot. 7 tenths, that was a really quick lap time. Perez goes up to second place. Okay, Alonso also went out on the track. And Webber is also preparing for his first flying lap. You unfortunately can't see what kind of like tire they have on. Szia Vencel, a Caterhammel vagyok. Caterhamnél. Jelenleg. Ja, igen, sima pilóta karriert tolok most. Nézzük, kik vannak még. Gyors köröm, Vettel az első. The top 3 is really close. Perez is already like half a second behind. Raikkonen goes first with the Lotus. Alonso goes first with Ferrari. Well, obviously we are not going to be able to get into Q2 because, well, that could happen if the conditions are like rainy or drying up. That could happen, but it's just simply dry, so the difference between the cars is just too great. So yeah, so Fernando is in first place. Then we have Raikkonen, Vettel, Rosberg, Webber, Grosjean, Perez, Hamilton, Massa. Verne is actually in a pretty good spot in P10. Sutil, Gutierrez, Button. Well, that's not a great. That wasn't a good lap from him. He was most likely held up or something because he's only in P13. Then we have Di Resta, Bottas, Hülkenberg, Maldonado, Ricciardo, Bianchi, Chilton, and Charles Pic. We are still waiting for the track to improve a bit. So Bottas went up to P16 and currently there is Hülkenberg who is in the danger zone. He might end up getting knocked out, which would be surprising because he's in the Sauber and that Sauber is really good. He already has a podium to his name. I think that was at the Australian Grand Prix. Then we have Ricciardo, Bianchi, Chilton, and Charles Pic still at the bottom. Going to be interesting to see who gets pole position because We got Alonso in the Ferrari, Raikkonen and Vettel. And then we have Rosberg. I mean, Webber is also there with the Red Bull. But Grosjean is kind of too far. He's over half a second away from Alonso. And yeah, Bottas is back in P17. Got 8 minutes left of the session. We're still waiting for the track to improve. I'm really hoping to find like a nice gap and I don't have to like do two laps. And I'm hoping that I don't get held up on my fast lap. That would be really bad. That would be really, really bad. Just a few more minutes and we will leave the pit to do our very first flying lap. Hülkenberg being so down in the only P18, that's kind of surprising. But he's in a fast lap, so we will see if once he finishes it, if he's going to improve or not. Alonso still ahead of Hamilton. He did a really good lap, only 15 hundredths of a second. It's really, really good. Really, really good. They are very close to each other. Jensen Button with the second fastest sector. I mean the fastest second sector in the McLaren. And he goes up to third place. But I'm pretty sure that he's also using the prime tires, not the soft compound. But he's really close to Fernando's time, actually. The 2013 McLaren wasn't very good. And unfortunately there is so many cars on the track. But I kind of have to go. I have to go and try to not get held up. Just nicely going to leave the pit. Not sure how much the low downforce setup will help me, but we will see. I also found a nice gap. Thankfully no one is ahead of me or behind me too closely. Just nicely keeping the temperatures of the tires up and preparing for the fast lap. Well, the team wants me to to qualify P16, but that's obviously not going to happen. Oops, it's a bit too much curb. Will take some time to get used to the handling, because I haven't played this game in so long. Okay, nice. No one is ahead of me. That was a bit too deep into the first corner. Already 7/10 down from P16 with Gutierrez at the moment, but that's not surprising. Okay. Oh my god, the understeer is crazy. Okay, nice. Let's see. P19. That's the expected position. Which is good because we are ahead of the two Marussia cars and my teammates. But we can do another lap. See if I can do better. Slightly better than the previous lap. Someone really close to me, unfortunately. Kind of distracting. It's one of the Sauber cars. Come on. Oh my god, the understeer at this corner is just so much. Sauber is almost pushing me off the track. He's so much quicker than me. Kind of ruined his lap, but I'm sorry, Hülkenberg. Let's see. Ah, no, I missed out. I mean, I was a bit slower than my first lap. But whatever, we are still P19. Which is the maximum we can do in this car. Unfortunate, but you know, it's just how it is. It's nicely going to drive back to the pits and then conclude the session. And then we will find out once we get to the race as to who qualified first. Well, so far it looked really close between the Ferrari, Lotus, and even McLaren was up there. It was kind of surprising that Jensen was P3 before I left the pit lane. Okay, so Fernando won the Q1, but this is kind of not relevant because it will be different for the race. So Paul di Resta does not make it to Q2. That's kind of surprising in the Force India. We got Bottas in P18. I qualified P19. Then we have my teammate in P20, which is really good because we beat both of the Marussia cars, Max Chilton and Jules Bianchi. And then, of course, the team will be mad because I didn't qualify P16, but come on, dude. Yeah, like, I cannot go faster than this in this car. Yeah. This car just cannot do more than this. Let's see who won the qualifying. Okay, let's see. And it's actually Rosberg. So Rosberg qualifies in first place ahead of Sebastian Vettel and Fernando Alonso. Then we have Webber, Raikkonen, Hamilton, Grosjean, Massa, Button and Perez in the top 10. Hülkenberg P11. We got Verne, Gutierrez, Sutil, Maldonado and Ricciardo for the rest. And of course the Q1 we saw that Di Resta, Bottas, me, Charles Pic, Chilton and Jules Bianchi are the rest. For this today's Grand Prix, 11% chance for a race, I mean for rain. So let's start. Okay. I'm hoping for a good race. I don't know how the tire wear will be. Just 2 more lights and away we go. We have a really bad start. Just everyone overtook me. Kind of slapped on the race start. Fall back to last position. You have to be careful. I don't want to damage the car. Lost a few positions, but it's alright. It's just the first lap. Can just get them back right here. Or no, because it's going to close the door on me. Ooh, that was close with Maldonado. It's getting almost ended up rear-ending Charles Pic, my teammate. Okay, we got really wide. Lost the position to Chilton. We're going to dive down the inside and take both of them. Nice move. Okay, up to P18 now. Trying to have a good exit using the cars. I can maybe overtake Bottas. Although there is not much point to that because he's going to be faster. And I actually don't have the top speed to overtake him. There is some debris in turn 1. Someone has a damaged front wing. Well, currently the situation is pretty good for me because Maldonado is being held up by my teammate. This would allow me to pull a bit of a gap on them. But I have a feeling that once DRS becomes available, Maldonado is just simply going to overtake my teammate very easily, unfortunately. Yikes. It's a bit too deep into the corner. Yeah, I'm already falling behind from Bottas. So, but that's not surprising. I was kind of hoping that I could stay with them and get DRS for at least 1 or 2 laps, but doesn't seem like it. And it looks like Maldonado already overtook my teammate, even without DRS, so yeah. Didn't really work out as I was kind of hoping it would. I think he's going to close down the gap really quickly. Okay. So far so good. Thankfully no damage to the car or anything like that. Trying to keep that throughout the whole race. I think at lap 10 or lap 9 I will check on the leaderboard, or not the leaderboard, the timings to see who leads and how the race unfolded for the first few laps. Vettel posted the fastest lap on 26.025. Yeah, it's been so long. Hello Carlos, it's been so long since I played this game, like around a year, I think. So yeah, I just felt like, you know, continuing. I wanted to take a break from this game, not just from this game, but Formula 1 in general, because I played so much of it, you know, that I kind of got bored of it, and yeah. But now I just want to continue this career mode. I hope the game isn't too loud. Is the game too loud, chat? A bit too wide. Kind of messed it up. Vettel with the 125.762 is really pushing it. Okay, okay, good volume. Well, this like the camera view is actually a mod. Like after I end the stream I will post the links to the mods that I use if you want, or you can go to the other videos I have of F1 2013. I think I posted the mods. in the either the description or the comment section. Maldonado really closed down the gap. Going to make a move with the DRS. Trying to keep him behind a bit more, but he's going to get me in the straight, in the start-finish straight line. So yeah, I have a few mods installed on this game, like mostly kind of improving the AI and changing a few things like the tire wear that was really high in the vanilla game for the player, and this mod kind of reduces it to a more balanced levels. I keep going too deep into the first corner. Maldonado is still so close, almost like pushing me off the track. It's much quicker. That keeps just pushing and pushing. 125.726. Okay, so it's lap 7. Let's just have a look at the how the race looks like. So we got Sebastian leading. We got Alonso. Rosberg went down to P3. Then we have Webber, Grosjean, Hamilton, Massa, Raikkonen, Button, and Perez. Then we have Hülkenberg, Vergne, Di Resta, Ricciardo, Sutil, Gutierrez, Bottas, me, Maldonado, Pic, and the two Marussia cars. Yeah, like you have to install mods to make these games like better. Like for an example, in this game, the tire wear isn't balanced. Like the tire wear doesn't affect the AI as much as it does to you, you know. Like you can do maybe like 10 laps on the option tires. Meanwhile, the AI can do like 15. It's even worse when it comes to like wet tire compounds, like the option, like the intermediate or the wet tires. So yeah, this game is very imbalanced. Yeah, Maldonado can't really make a move. To be honest, I might just let him by without using some curse, because it kind of bothers me that he's behind me. Not like I'm going to finish ahead of him. His car is just too good. And better to just focus on my own race. Not going to use any cares, just let him by. Does he want to, or Come on, bro, what are you doing? Well, it seems like he... Yeah, this is like one of the worst things about F1 2013 and 2015, I mean 2014, that the AI is just incredibly garbage. Like, they are so scared. Oops. They're really scared of the player. And they also brake really hard when they are inside the corner. Like, look at Maldonado. Could have easily overtook him, but well, I don't want him to be in my ass all the time. I mean, throughout the whole race. He's going to pull out the gap really quickly. He's much faster anyway. He just didn't have the straight line speed to overtake, even with DRS. Maybe I did have DRS. Nope, I was too far. And we are soon going to be in the no man's land. Because my teammate is already 11 seconds behind. Maldonado is just going to pull away. So, yeah. But that's just how this season is going to go. I'm hoping that I can get like a better contract from maybe Toro Rosso or Williams if I manage to beat Bottas by the end of the season. That would be really good because 2014 Williams was good. It would be nice to jump into a car that could finish on the podium from a car that couldn't even get close to the top 15. But at the same time, I don't mind staying with Caterham for 2014. Although Caterham was the worst car in 2014, so yeah. When do I have to pit? Lap 14, okay. Well, the tires aren't exactly in a good shape. Well, there is some problems with Curse, that's fantastic, but it's not a big deal. Going to come back in a few laps, hopefully. But even if it doesn't, then you know it doesn't matter. Going to still put distance between me and my teammate. Yeah. Went a bit too deep into the corner. Yeah, like there was 11% chance for rain, so it's very. There is a chance that it's going to rain. It wouldn't be. I don't know if it would be good because I'm running a low downforce setup. So yeah, it might slow me down a lot if it started to rain. After the pit stop, I will check on the race, see what's going on at the front. To see if Vettel is actually like pulling more of a gap, or was he maybe overtaken by, I think it was Alonso in second place. Oops. Got the corner too much. Yeah, like even without rain, it's just there is not much to gain or lose, I guess. Even if it rains, it's not going to impact much. At least for me, because it might change the outcome of the race for the AI. But there is still no rain, at least for now. I don't see any drops or anything like that. Paris is still not back online, taking a while for the team to fix. Oops, a bit too much curb. Yeah, like these games are just so. Oops, ooh, I almost dropped the car. Too much curb. So, yeah, like in these games, the car is just so much different than the new games. Not just the physics, but I don't know, like. But of course, keep in mind that I'm driving a Caterham. This was not a good car. Like, I'm pretty sure you can find like onboards from that season and see how bad this car was. Like, it just kept either understeering or oversteering through the corners. But yeah, these cars were nowhere near as good as the today's cars. Today's cars are like trains, you know. It's like they are going on rails and stuff. Okay, I'm supposed to pit this lap, but I don't know if I should, because I can extend my first stint a bit, but I don't know if it's going to rain. It would need to happen really quickly. Yeah, I think I'm going to go for another set of options and hope that the rain arrives relatively quickly. Really understeering now. Come on, turn. Oops, a bit too... just so understeery right now. The tire where it really started to kick in. I have to pit. Shouldn't extend. Yeah, like... okay, so hold on, let me just come out of the pit and then let's just see how the race director... Okay, so Vettel already pitted. He's in first place. Then we have Webber, Massa. I mean, that's kind of crazy that Vettel is managed to retain first place because he started from second. Yeah, he started from second and he pulled out enough gap in 14 laps to allow him to do one free pit stop. That's crazy. That's actually crazy. So far it's looked like that he's going to just win this race by far. Then we have Webber, Massa, Hamilton, Grosjean, Perez, Ricciardo, Alonso and Rosberg did a pit stop. Alonso put on primes, just as Vettel did. Rosberg kept the options. Raikkonen also pitted. Sutil, Gutierrez, Button, Hülkenberg, Bottas, Di Resta, Vergne, Maldonado, me, and of course the rest. Bianchi already made a pit stop, it seems like. Okay. Yeah, I lost a lot of time to everyone basically around me. Hoping to retain P19, but my teammate is really close. Okay, it's going to be fine. Okay, back to standard. It feels so much better with the fresh tires. Doesn't understeer as much as it did with the old tires. Come on. Went a bit too deep again. Still no rain so far. Actually, I think I'm going to switch it up to rich mix. Burn some of this fuel. At 124.975. He's most likely going to lap me in just, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 laps. He's just... yeah, he's most likely going to win this race by far. Maldonado might have put on a set of primes because the gap doesn't increase that much. So they are most definitely going for a longer stint. Yeah, like I just switched it up to rich mix, new tires, and I just did a 127.635. Meanwhile, Vettel is doing 124.473 on prime tires, you know. So the difference between the best car and the worst cars is just insane. It's crazy to think how much Formula 1 changed, like in real life, when you look at this kind of pace difference, you know, like you had all these really bad teams being like 5 or 6 seconds per lap slower. Meanwhile, today is just hyper competitive, you know, like if you are 1/10 slower, then you might end up qualifying last. Instead of, I don't know, P9 or something. It's just super close between teams today. And you know, I'm not sure if I like this hyper competitive F1 because kind of miss the times when you had teams that were not very good, but at the same time they could actually be on the grid at least. You know, you could hire 2 drivers and you would see more cars on the track. Like they weren't good cars, like the Marussia or I don't know, like HRT or something, but at least they could build 2 more cars, you know, you had people working for this team, more jobs were created, stuff like that. Today is just, if you want to enter as a private entry, you actually cannot. Like, Andretti tried to and they made him sell the entry to Cadillac. Like you just can't be a private entry anymore. That's such a shame. Such a shame. Even if you pay like hundreds of millions to Liberty. Yeah, like the performance difference is of course there, but in qualifying sometimes it's just so close between the, I don't know, the number 9 driver, like P9, and P18. Sometimes it's just like 1 or 2 tenths. That's insane how perfect your lap has to be to make sure that you qualify in a good position instead of being almost last. I already have Sebastian closing in on me. Man, he's just insanely quick. If there is no safety car or rain, I think he's just going to run away with it. Took the lead at the start and then just never stopped. Never looked back. Yeah, I'm about to be lapped. Massa for some reason is in P18. That's surprising. Maybe they had a accident and had to pit, or he's having a issue with his brakes. Because that did happen to, I think, Fernando at the Australian Grand Prix. But we will see in a second. I'm actually closing down to Massa, so he most likely has an issue. Which is good for me, because 1-3 position, you know? I'm going to switch back to standard. There is no reason to expend more fuel. Yeah, like the Pirelli tires are kind of, I don't know. I mean, to be honest, these cars are extremely demanding. Like the kind of cornering speeds they do. I mean, the today's cars, like the 25 cars, the kind of speed they can go through at a corner is insane. So you need to make a tire that can withstand these kind of forces. So that's obviously not an easy thing to do, but I don't know. I think it would be kind of better if they could go all out, because most of the time they are just conserving tires. They are not pushing at all. Because if they do, then the tire will overheat. You can even see that in some cases when it comes to qualifying. Like, they can't do one flying lap at full speed because the tire will overheat by the end of the lap. So, yeah. Well, yeah, that would be nice if I could score points. But I highly doubt that will happen this season. And I arrived at... Wait, is this a Marussia ahead of me, or... What's going on? Yeah, I'm already lapping the last driver. So yeah, thankfully the Marussia cars aren't giving us much difficulty this race. Chilton almost beat me in Bahrain, I believe. But I got lucky because he ended up crashing into someone and retired, so... Yeah, they were actually faster than us. At that race, of course. Most of the time we are ahead. Like this race, we are quicker than them. Okay, so Massa most likely had a collision or something because he overtook Maldonado, so yeah, Massa is actually he just posted the fastest lap. Speaking of the devil, so yeah, he most likely lost his front wing or something. A bit too deep into the turn one. Well, 23 laps and still no rain. Hamilton just posted the fastest lap, 1:23.823. Man, these lap times are just insane. Compared to mine, of course. Yeah, like refueling was, I don't know, like it, not just because of the strategy that it could like, how do I say it, like it was such a surprise element, you know, like you had really weird accidents when someone ended up taking the cone with them or the line with them, like Felipe did at Singapore, and it really impacted the race and the championship, and that was kind of nice that it could turn that you had all of these crazy things happening, you know. It goes bad and the car just takes the entire thing with it, or they can't remove it from the car. That also happened, I think. It got stuck and stuff, so I mean, I get it why they banned it, but at the same time, it was just cool to see, I think, to see the whole refueling and stuff. Massa continues his climb. 1:23.495 is the fastest lap. Yeah, my tires are starting to really give up. I'm only doing 1:29. Yeah, there is a few laps and then we are going to be at the halfway point. And also I'm going to pit on lap 30. I think I can extend the second stint a bit. Not like it matters at all, but you know. And I think I'm going to put on the prime tires. There is not much need to do another set on the options. But once again, it's not like it matters at all. Doesn't matter. Thankfully, my teammate is still in P20. He's holding that position really nicely. Someone is closing in. I don't know if it's the second place, who I don't even know. We will check in a second to see how the race order looks like. So let's look at the... Okay, so Vettel leads still. Hamilton is second. He started from 6th. That's pretty nice. Then we have Raikkonen, Alonso, Rosberg, Webber, Grosjean, Button, Hülkenberg is up to P9, Perez, and then we have the two Toro Rossos, 11 and 12. The rest P13, Massa. Yeah, something must have happened to Massa, some accident, because he did 2 pit stops. So yeah, it's not a good race for him. Down in P14. Sutil, Gutierrez, Bottas, Maldonado, me, Pick, Chilton, and Bianchi. Maybe... Bianchi also did a second pit stop. So maybe they had an accident with Massa. Maybe they crashed into each other or something. Well, whatever. It's going to keep pushing. But yeah, Massa has a really bad race this weekend. I mean, qualifying wasn't too bad for him, but he just P14. That was a bit too wide. Okay, someone is Hamilton, okay. Come on. Maybe I can get the DRS from him. I managed to stay close enough. That might be enough. No. Okay, good luck with school, Carlos. Bye bye. See you next stream. We got Webber now. Oh no, Raikkonen, my bad. I don't know why it kind of looked like it was a Red Bull. I'm seeing things, I guess. Yeah, the car is really starting to understeer now. And I don't have DRS. It failed. Man, this race, the gas also failed earlier. But it doesn't really matter, it's not like I'm using it at all. I think I will do one more lap. Or maybe more, I don't know. On this set of tires. And then we will wait for a new set of primes. Oh yeah, it's so difficult to turn in. We got Fernando right behind us. I have to let him go. They're not racing him. Okay, I'm going to do one more lap on this set. Let's see. Yeah, they are really worn out. Especially the front left. But that's kind of understandable. Thanks to turn 3. This one. This one. Long. Right-hander. It puts a lot of pressure on that tire. We also got another Red Bull. I think that's the Red Bull of Webber. Yeah, it has to be. I'm sliding all over the place. Oh, just barely wants to... Oh, it's actually Grosjean. Again, I mistake. The other Lotus. For Webber yet again. Oh my god. I need to pit. The car just does not want to turn anymore. And I'm going to put on prime tires. Then we are going to get led by a bunch of cars. Here is, I think that is Massa. In whatever position he is. But that's kind of good because I don't have to slow down and let them go. They just overtook me while I was pitting, so it's fine. They just lapped me while I was pitting. So that turned out well, I think. Feels much better now on these tires. Or actually wants to turn. Okay, another lap down. Over half a second to my teammates. Yeah, Sutil is also 46 seconds ahead, so yeah. I'm not going to catch him, to say the least. That's kind of expected. Maldonado is back in P18. So yeah, the two Williams cars are unfortunately most likely going to finish ahead of us. And that's bad because I'm currently ahead of Bottas in the drivers' standings. So I don't know if I'm going to lose that position to him. I got really lucky at the last race in Bahrain. There was a bunch of accidents and stuff, and I ended up finishing P14 or P15. Something like that. And with that I put Bottas behind me. It would be nice to keep that to the end of the season. Vettel another fastest lap, 1:23.016. He's just going to steamroll the Spanish Grand Prix. It will be funny to see how much he's going to win by. Like, I'm sure it's going to be around 40 or 30 seconds, if not more, but we will see. On 22.807. In a few laps, I think I'm going to look at the race director to just see how the race looks like. I also have some cars closing in on me. A lot of them actually. There's an entire train of cars that's going to be unfortunate because I have to slow down a lot. To let all of them go. That does look like a Sauber, so I guess that's Hülkenberg. Yeah, Hülkenberg in P8. Then we got a McLaren and a Ferrari, so there's a lot of battles going on in the middle of the pack. Don't want to interfere with this. Button and Felipe. But we got four more cars closing in. There's more blue flags. It's going to be the two Toro Rossos, I guess, behind. Yeah, Jean-Eric Vergne and then Ricciardo, I suppose. Or, no, it's actually one of the McLarens. Perez and then Ricciardo. Perez is kind of surprisingly out of the points. Maybe I could stay close enough for DRS. These... that might not have been enough. Oh, there. Yeah. I got DRS. Nice. It's kind of improve my lap time with this DRS. Got more cars coming up that are going to lap me. Might be Sebastian, I believe. Yeah, I think that's Sebastian. Better not to interfere with the race lead. He's just so far ahead, it's crazy. You got a Force India. Closing in. I'm going to let him by. The rest are P14. And the weather cleared up a bit. I mean, the clouds, it seems like they went away. So maybe there won't be any rain. It was a bit too much curve. Threw me offline. However, is starting to kick in a little bit. Almost a minute ahead of my teammate and almost a minute behind Bottas, so yeah, I'm literally in no man's land. There is no one. either behind me or ahead of me. What lap do I have to pit? 47. I think I will do a bit more than that. Few laps, I think I'm going to look at the race director again to see what's up. Although the race, I think it's not difficult to tell who's leading. I don't think Sebastian is going to lose it unless there is a safety car or something. Maybe he has an accident with a lapped car or something, but other than that, he's not going to lose this race. Completely dominating so far. Okay, there is no one around me at all. Bottas is now almost 55 seconds ahead, and my teammate is over a minute behind, so yeah, I'm going to lap him as well sooner or later, maybe by the end of the race, if I can keep this pace up. Just a few more laps and we can pit for another set of tires. I don't know if I should put on options or primes, but it actually doesn't matter at all. It's not going to affect my finishing position. Bottas is still in P18. Hopefully he doesn't finish ahead of more drivers. And the DRS once again doesn't work. A lot of issues with the DRS and cars this race. Nicely trying to keep it clean. I mean, the pace isn't that bad, like doing the end of 126. So my fastest one is 126.785, so not bad. Again, keep improving with these green sectors slightly. Tire wear definitely can be noticed by now, but it's not that heavy as of now. Well, yeah, but my engineer just let me know that Bottas is going to pit, but kind of irrelevant because he's just so far ahead, like 58 seconds ahead, so doesn't really matter. Not going to beat him. Yeah, 59, almost a minute ahead. Someone is closing in. Going to be someone lapping me. Maybe is that Hamilton? In the Mercedes, maybe. Can't tell just yet. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it is Hamilton in second place. He's just so far behind Sebastian, it's crazy. Vettel is just dominating this race. Insane. I don't actually remember who leads the championship right now. Is it Hamilton? Kind of forgot. It's been such a long time since I played this career mode. It's been like a year or something. Almost a year. Well, the team wants me to pit, but I might extend a little bit. The rest ahead. Someone else, that's one of the Toro Rossos, I believe. They just came out of the pits, and so there is Rosberg, maybe, or another Force India behind. Now there's a Force India, going to be Sutil. And P15. Time to let him go. Yeah, the rear of the car is definitely sliding around a lot more by now. Oh, that was a bit too deep. Bit too deep. Another car behind. Raikkonen. Second place. Vettel 122.522. Wow, it's insane. Insane. I don't really want to overtake Raikkonen, but that DRS boost was nice. Yeah, I think I'm going to pit this lap and then put on another set of primes. It should be fine. It just doesn't matter as to what kind of tire I put on, because so far ahead of my teammate and so far behind of Bottas that nothing I could do to get closer to Bottas. And I'm not going to lose any positions regardless of what tire set I put on. Yeah, I will put on another set of primes. Okay. Okay. It's nicely. Primes. Hamilton now with the fastest lap, 122.442. But it might be too late, might be too far behind Vettel to actually overtake him for the win or something. What to mix through. And we got some cars coming up behind. They're going to be lapping me. Possibly third and fourth place, maybe. Yeah, that is Rosberg and Alonso fighting for the podium. Vettel responds to Hamilton. So Vettel responded with another fastest lap to Hamilton. I'm going to let Rosberg through as quickly as I could. Actually, both of them. Don't want to interfere with the fight. They are coming in to... Well, Alonso does come in to take a pit stop. Rosberg. Another fastest lap. So maybe there is hope to see an interesting last few laps if they can close the gap down to Vettel. Let's actually look at the race director. Yeah, so we got Vettel and Hamilton, then Raikkonen in the Lotus, Rosberg, Webber, Alonso, Hülkenberg is in P7. That's really nice, really good race from him so far. Button, Grosjean, Massa is in P10, so he did manage to recover from that accident or whatever happened to him. Perez outside of the points, that's not very good for him. Ricciardo, Verne, Di Resta, Maldonado, Sutil, Gutierrez, Bottas, me, Pique, Chilton and Bianchi are the current runners. And no retirement so far. We got 16 laps to go. I sound like Fernando Alonso. I never heard anyone saying that so far. Is it because of the accent or something? Because Fernando does have a stronger accent than other drivers. Maldonado is right ahead of me, but I'm not going to be able to attack. Yeah, he's just going to pull out a gap and disappear into the distance, unfortunately. Maybe if I was a bit quicker then... Yeah, maybe if I didn't let Fernando and Rosberg go so easily, then might have came... I mean, Maldonado might have came out behind me. Then I could have held him up a bit until the end of the race, but I don't know. Whatever. Yeah, maybe I am Fernando Alonso. Maybe. Yeah, and the end of the race would be the big reveal that yes, I am indeed Fernando Alonso. But I don't think Fernando even knows about this game or something. I don't think he plays video games or knows about them. Maybe he did back in the early 2000s, because I'm pretty sure he was gifted a PlayStation 2, like a special edition or something like that. Like I saw a a promotional event like years ago. Him driving for Renault, and he had like a PlayStation 2 in his hand. You are new to Formula 1? When did you start watching? This year or something? Or last year, or... Okay, so we might actually get some rain, but yeah, I don't think there is time for that. Really close to the end. Going to get lapped pretty soon. It's going to be Webber and Fernando, I believe, maybe. Yeah, that's one of the Ferraris. That's going to be Fernando. So this year is your first season, and do you like it, or kind of mid? To let these two go, Fernando and Webber fighting for P5. Someone else is also coming up behind me. That might actually be Maldonado or Bottas. It's crazy that he's lapping me, and he's right ahead of me actually in the race. Yeah, I think that's going to be Bottas. Yeah, Formula 1 is cool, I guess. But I mean, I think it used to be better, you know, years ago, like long years ago. But that's just my opinion. Like, it's nice that they have a pretty decent social media coverage of all of it. Like, you know, they do these race highlights, and they put on a lot of content onto the internet, like YouTube and Instagram and whatever. It wasn't like that in 2016, 2015. Maybe it was 2016 when they started doing these kind of like more like common videos on YouTube. Because before that they rarely uploaded anything onto their YouTube channel. And now they just post very constantly, which is, I guess, good because it attracts a lot of people. They might find out about Formula 1 through a, I don't know, YouTube short or a TikTok or whatever. I mean, I don't really have a favorite driver that I could like mention in Formula 1. Do I have? I just, you know, I just enjoy the race, you know, like that's what I like about Formula 1, not a specific driver or or whatever, or a specific team. I just like the racing, the strategies, stuff like that. And I never had a favorite driver or a team. Maybe as a kid I did have like Schumacher, but it's like kind of like the easiest thing to say, because everyone says it. Favorite driver is either Senna or Schumacher or I don't know, maybe Häkkinen. But I don't know, like I never really had one. Like if I could say one of these drivers who did drive in Formula 1, that would be Stefan Bellof. Yeah, that guy was really crazy. If I have to say someone that would be a favorite driver, then Stefan Bellof, yeah. Or maybe drivers like Rolf Stommelen. They were really good drivers. That was really close with Grosjean, so I'm getting lapped by Vettel and Button and Grosjean. You mean like actual rally in real life, or like rally games or something? Rally is a lot cooler than F1. A lot more like, I don't know, like, I don't say that it's more skilled, you need to be more skilled, but it's a very complex sport. Like in F1 you need to, if you want to be fast, you need to have a good understanding of the tires. You need to manage them really well, like how to keep them up to temperatures or how to avoid excessive tire wear and stuff like that. But in rally you need to pay attention to so many things, like what's the car doing. You have to pay attention to your co-driver, to the road. Like it's very complex motorsport. Oh, Real Rally, that's nice. I think Rally is better than F1 in certain aspects, but I don't know, just not many manufacturers are interested in Rally as of right now. Like you have Toyota, you have Hyundai and Ford when it comes to the top category. Like of course when you go lower in Rally 2 you have Skoda. You have, what else do you have? Like Citroën, I believe. They still compete in the lower category. But yeah, it's not... Like WRC isn't in a very good spot right now. I don't know why. They need to do something about that. Because the cars look really good, but there is just 3 manufacturers. Oh, yeah. Okay, someone is... There's a lot of cars ahead. Okay. And yeah, sure enough, there is a bit of rain on the screen, but I don't think it's going to be heavy enough to change into intermediates. I am from Hungary. Oh shit, went a bit too deep into the first corner. Just a few more laps to go. So yeah, one of the Marussia drivers was holding up a lot of cars. But it was Bianchi. And actually, my teammate is ahead of him. Right ahead of him. Ooh, oops. Kind of getting held up by Bianchi, unfortunately. What's my favorite track? Favorite track? Like, I guess it would be the Nordschleife. You know that racetrack? Like in Germany, they have the Nordschleife. I think that would be the favorite that I have. It's a very long track. A lot of corners. It's a very difficult racetrack. They host 24-hour races on there. Really good. But yeah, if I had to say one track, that would be the Nordschleife. That is my absolute favorite. But that racetrack isn't part of the Formula 1 calendar. The shortened version used to be until 2013, I believe. And then they stopped going there. Ooh. Bit of a mistake from me. Kind of overcorrected. Ended up in the gravel. It's fine. Yeah, the rain seems to be a bit more heavier. I don't think it's going to fall quick enough to impact the race. Just a few more laps and then the race is finally going to end. Oh, you like Monza? Yeah, that's a great track. Yeah, that's a good track actually. Yeah. I mean, today there is just so many tracks that you can pick from, even from the Formula 1 calendar, because there is 24 or 25 races this year, so yeah, there is just so many. But unfortunately, most of these are just these city tracks, like they are not very good, at least I think. They are like, I don't know, Baku and Jeddah and stuff like that. It's just getting annoying. Okay, so Vettel wins the Grand Prix. I think he won by I don't know, half a second or half a minute. He was completely dominating this race. Okay, let's take the checkered flag. Yeah, P19. That was the maximum. My teammate finishes P20. So let's see. Vettel won by, 30 seconds. Vettel won by 30 seconds ahead of Hamilton. Then we have Raikkonen, Rosberg. Rosberg had a pretty, I guess, disappointing race. He started from pole position and only finishes P4. Webber, Alonso, Hülkenberg. That's a good race for him. P11 to P7. Then we have Button, Grosjean and Massa managed to get back into the points. We have Perez, Vergne, Di Resta, Ricciardo, Sutil, Gutierrez, Maldonado, Bottas, me, Pick, Chilton and Bianchi. Well, this was the usual race. It usually goes like this. The car isn't very good, so hopefully next season we can get a better car. Get another team to sign us or something. But yeah, it was... Vettel just completely dominated the race. So let's see. Let's continue. And this is how the championship looks like. Sebastian is leading by 8 points ahead of Hamilton. Raikkonen is third. Webber, Alonso, Rosberg, Hülkenberg, Massa, Button, Grosjean, Perez and Maldonado has 7 points. I completely forgot that he had a really good race either at the Australian Grand Prix or the Malaysian Grand Prix. But anyway, we got Vergne in 13th, Sutil, Gutierrez and Paul Di Resta with 1 point to his name. And then Ricciardo, me, I'm still ahead of Valtteri Bottas, thankfully. Hopefully that will stay like that until the end of the season. So we got Bianchi, Pick and Max Chilton. So this is how the Drivers' Championship looks like. And then, okay, the Constructors is being led by Red Bull, Mercedes, Lotus. Then we have Ferrari, McLaren, Sauber, Williams, Toro Rosso and Force India. And then we are still ahead of Marussia. Thankfully. But I think that's going to be an easier task to beat Marussia for P10 in the Constructors' Championship. And yeah, let's check out the end. Well, of course the team wanted me to finish P18, but I can only do that if there is at least one retirement. So yeah, I didn't reach the goal, but whatever. Okay, and okay, yeah, it was a brilliant win for Sebastian. Okay, we got some emails. Monte Carlo, oh my god, it's going to be Monaco. for the next round. Oh yeah, that's going to be tough. And the fastest lap for this race was done by Fernando. Yeah, that's not going to be... I'm not excited about it. Monaco is a difficult racetrack. So anyway, yeah, I'm going to switch over to my other screen and quit the game in 1 minute. Oh, hold on, I forgot to need to where is it? Hold on 1 second, I'm going to have to restart the app that I use. One second. Okay, there. Okay, I'm on the screen. So, I just wanted to thank you guys for watching. This was the Spanish Grand Prix for the F1 2013 career mode. And yeah, I don't know if I'm going to stream the Monaco Grand Prix tomorrow or the day after, but yeah, I will make a community post as usual. So yeah, I just wanted to thank you guys for watching, and I see you next stream. So bye bye.